Hi, everyone. This is Christine Thompson with Baird & Warner. I'm the lead agent on the CT team. Happy New Year 2022. And we're off to a really good start. And I would like to keep you all informed of what's happening in the market. So I'm going to share with you what happened in December of 2021. And I have the month of September 2021 to compare against. So skipped a couple months there, got crazy busy. So let me just get started right away, and I'm going to screen share with you all so you can see what's going on. Okay, so here we are. I appreciate you hanging in there with me while I get a few things set up here, because I am a novice here, probably always will be, but let's get going here. And let's get it so it's full screen. Okay, so this was showing in September what's happening in generally all of Naperville for detached homes. That's what the DE is for. And private means private listings that are not active in the market, are not going to be found on Zillow or Realtor.com or any other sites. It's just that the agent signed the listing with the owner. They plan on putting it active on the market, but have not officially put it active on the market. So it's showing of all the homes out there, 12.3% were private listings. And then we had 34% new listings. And I like seeing, we had closed 23.8. So I'm going to say, if you haven't watched this show before, of the private listings, probably a good half of those are allowing showings. So that's about, let's just be conservative and say 6%, and then add that to the 34% new. There's 40% homes new on the market in the month of September. And during that month, 24% sold off. So we're seeing more inventory than homes getting sold, or actually, I like to look at under contract, what went under contract. So 40% versus about 26%. So there is leftovers on the market at the end of September. And those leftovers, probably sellers that are overpricing or not preparing their home right. In December, let's see, 16% average. So let's say about 8% private added to the new, let's say about 8% there. So we got about 26% new on the market in December, 24% under contract. Busy month, you guys. That means the buyers were still out there in December looking at homes. Wow, that's actually, to me, not surprising, but not what you would probably typically expect. Let's take a look at some infographs. If you want any information about, any other month point on this line, give me a call. I can send you the link to the live graph on here. But in September, we saw that of detached homes, the average list price or sale price, I'll say, was about $567. In December, $572. So the prices are not dropping. December was a good month. It pushed the prices up a little bit more. And now let's take a look at market time. In September, about 43 days for the average listing to sell off, go under contract. And I'm going to put a little caveat in there and say that's not an exact number. There are homes where they go under contract, but maybe the agent didn't put it in right away. And I do see some homes, if they were temporarily off the market and then went back on. There was a house, for example, that was temporarily off for a whole month. That accumulated market time. But when they first put it on, it was only on for 2 days. They decided we got to do work in there, temporarily off, put it back on the market. They sold in like 3 days, but that's showing like 40 plus days about. So that skews this number a little bit. So I think with homes that were temporarily off the market and some other little caveats, 43 it's always going to be a little bit higher than what the real number is. Okay, just so you understand. And then in December, it was 36 days. Time went down. So even if everything was relative, it took shorter time for a home to be on the market and get under contract in December versus September. Okay, which actually doesn't surprise me, although it probably does to you. Average number of showings for a home to go under contract. In September, it took only 26 showings for a home to go under contract. In December, 27. Pretty much the same. But we saw that they sold faster and the prices went up. So these are all indicators, seller's market still. This is looking at the number of showings for a home to go under contract. Or no, I apologize. That was what I just showed you. This is just showing activity per weekend. So it goes all the way back to the last weekend of October going into December. We can see we got it around 200. So this is a lot of showings averaging over the weekend. So about 200, over 200 showings this weekend. That's a lot. And then we get into December, well, November. This was Thanksgiving weekend, obviously lower, but I still think a lot of showings considering it was Thanksgiving weekend. And I had listings out and they went like that. And then look at this, right? Leading up to Christmas, look at how many showings there were. I guess everyone had all their gifts wrapped and ready and done going to parties. So they went out looking at homes a lot that weekend right before Christmas. And then obviously Christmas weekend and New Year's weekend, very low. But this is showing, look at, this is the 200 line. Here's the 200 line. For 3 weekends in December, we broke the 200 line here, just like what was happening in November. So still staying strong. In September, the market action index needle, that takes everything into play and decides which way is the market leaning. Is it leaning towards a seller or a buyer's market? So in September, it's at a slight seller's advantage. The number was 44. In December, 47. This covers all of December. I pulled January 3rd, but really this is reflecting, current time. So 47, it's picking up, you guys. This is actually a daily needle. So January 3rd, I pulled this 47, kicked up in January, and I'm going to predict that January is going to be a strong month. Looking at rates, let's see here. Do we have two tables here? Yeah. So in October, 30-year fixed, this is the APR here on the right column. It was 3.37 for a fixed conventional, and for FHA 3.76. And then in December, sorry, a little bit different graph, but down. Look at that, 3.27 versus and 2.78. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's look at the APR. 3.66 and 3.4. Those are lower than in October. Yeah. Conventional about the same. It's at 3.4 now. FHA was 3.7 and now it's 3.6. So FHA is down, conventional slightly up. And let's take a look at predictions going into 2022. And this is based on sources from Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, MBA, NAR, Pulsonomics, and Zelman, all very reliable sources. The mortgage rates are projected to rise in 2022, but not crazy. The average rate that's projected for 2022, 3.5, and we're under 3.5 right now on average. So you can see MBA thinks it's going to be the highest. The other ones, they're still in the mid to low 300s here, probably going to hold true. So yeah, the rates are going to go up, but still they're still going to be phenomenal this year. So sellers, pay attention to that. That's going to really keep the buyers out there wanting to be purchasing because it makes the home a lot more affordable. They can get a little bit more home for the same monthly cost. So it's still a really great time for a buyer to get out there and lock in a mortgage rate buying a home. Forecast on home value appreciation across the board, only 2 think it's going to be, lower, but the average is around 5% increase. Now, this is talking nationally, you guys. Okay, this is not for any hyperlocal market. So if you want to know for your hyperlocal market predictions of going forward, I would give you actually a month supply of inventory, and that's going to give you a prediction of what to expect as seller or buyer market. And we're probably going to be falling around this zone here, I'm in Illinois. So I'm going to guess we're going to be somewhere around this. Okay. So that's prediction on increase on home prices. So for all of you thinking home prices are inflated and I'm going to wait a little bit and wait for the prices to drop, not happening. And the longer you wait, you might be sorry because interest rates might go up a little bit and home prices are definitely going up. So I highly advise you to get out there and start looking for homes now. And then home sales projected are projected to be strong. This is just talking about unit of homes. And they are all expecting that home sales are going to perform well again in 2022. People are out there, they want to find homes. I have heard that there are less houses built existing in America than households. So there are households out there that really need to be finding homes, buying them. Boy, I sure wish I was a builder. So that's what I have for you all today. I appreciate you watching my show. I want to wish you all a happy 2022. If you need any more information about the market, how to get started as a buyer if you've never purchased, maybe you're a seller and how to time selling your house, finding your next home, or looking for an agent that has resources to find inventory for you because you're concerned about the low inventory, just shoot an email, text out to me, or catch me by social media on any of my social media pages. I'd be happy to reply to you personally. You won't get some other third party replying to you. That will be me. And I'm happy to help you out. Okay, so thanks for reaching out to me. And again, thanks for watching the show. I will be posting this every month, usually on the first Tuesday of every month. I try to do it around 12:15, but sometimes the forces beyond my control get in the way and it may be at a different time. So if you miss it live, just always go to my YouTube channel, Living in Naperville. Let's say Naperville Living in Naperville with Christine Thompson. Crazy name, right? But that's my home base, but I do work the greater western suburbs of Chicago. And just remember, Naperville Homes, living in Naperville, something like that with Christine Thompson. I'm sorry, I got too much going on in here to remember all the details, but I definitely have a YouTube channel, and thank you for subscribing to it and sharing it with other people so they can learn about this show and all the other information that I share. Thanks again for watching, and hey, happy 2022 to you all. Make good plans, good goals, so you can meet them before the end of the year. You take care. Bye-bye.